وترى الشمس إذا طلعت تزاور عن كهفهم ذات اليمين وإذا غربت تقرضهم ذات الشمال وهم في فجوة منه ذلك من آيات الله من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا.
So there are three things in this ayah very clearly. First and foremost, it is such an amazing way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has literally given us the blueprint of that portal through which these people were, traveling through time. Now, if you use the basic two-dimensional paper and pencil or three-dimensional structures, you are not going to be able to construct this sort of structure. Because when Allah Ta'ala says anything which Allah Ta'ala is referring to as min ayatullah, that is not an ordinary thing. If you can see that in the Quran, whenever something extraordinary, weird, strange, which is happening, and Allah Ta'ala is actually describing it, Allah Ta'ala is saying this is an ayatullah, which means this is something which you won't be able to explain through regular mechanisms which you have developed through whatever science or prior to science which we were doing. Now, if you actually plot through a pencil and paper the structure, you will not be able to do that, because when the sun is rising, when the sun is rising, and if we put any structure on the plane and then move the sun away towards the right, then we are naturally moving towards the left as well. And this is why this becomes one of the most strange structures. You really cannot do that. And trust me, I've tried many times. You have to have a very peculiar structure for a sun to move away from the right when it's rising and move away towards the left when it's setting. In a 2D model, you cannot put a structure or create a structure in your mind. You have to put that structure in the air somehow, or inside a certain dimension where the earth is moving or the sun is moving away when it's setting, when it's rising towards the right. Because if you actually justify or fulfill one of the conditions of any structure from which the sun moves away when it's rising, then you are not going to be able to make the sun move away towards the left when it's setting. It is not mathematically possible for a structure to have a sun moving away towards the right in the ascent and still make it move away towards the left when it's descending. This is why it's the ayat.
The translator here has added in brackets light of the sun. So he says,
I don't know why he did that.
No, because I have 2 points to make here. If you move light towards a prism, light bends, or through a thicker, denser medium, light does bend. So if it's not about the sun and it's only about the light, then probably that cave was in a certain dimension which acted maybe as a prism. That the light bent in another direction. It moves away from its line.
You're right. That's the only way to explain it.
There's another explanation about the black holes. We know that when the light comes in the path, a black hole comes in the path of the light curves above the black hole and bends around it and then goes away. So even there we can see this phenomena where the light is moving away from the point it's coming from.
That's true. But this is on planet Earth. These are regular human beings who ran.
But the structure of the black hole, as I compared it with the prism, any thicker medium.
That's true.
Bend the light.
That's true. But whatever we're saying, it's not normally placed in the. Not every cave is like this. Actually, no cave that we've ever seen is like this. And if we are to move the sun away towards the right of any structure, we'll have to go outside the planet for the sun to move away while it's setting towards the left. So, but that didn't happen outside this planet, or did it? Or did it? That's the real question we have to ask, because this is such an amazing key that if we use this key and build a lock around this key, you'll find out that lock is going to happen to be a gateway towards many dimensions, if not different universes. So this is one of the most interesting ways. And I don't know how the scholars have commented on this, because let me just show it to you here. If this is the cave and the sun rises here, it is moving towards the cave when it's rising. So the sun has to be moving away from towards the right when it's rising. So you're putting the cave behind the sun when it's rising. That's technically not possible. So let's just say that the cave is facing north. Okay, and if it's facing north and the sun is rising from the east, it is not moving away, it's moving towards. Okay, if I put it in the south, still the sun is not moving away. Anything on the planetary plane, when the sun rises, the sun is moving towards them. It's not moving away from them. So we lose it right there. I don't know how we actually reconcile all of this, and what kind of structure are we looking at. So let's just assume that there is a tiny little spot, which is a structure, of course, and that's a mountain, and then the sun rises like this. I do not know how to make the sun move away from the right. Let's just assume that we do that this is just the shadow, or the sunlight is moving.
The light.
Then all of a sudden, you cannot reverse the condition of that very light moving towards away from the left when the sun is going to set. So this is where the mind baffles, and I'm sure there's an explanation if we assume a lot of other dimensions, and then make the sun light, if not the sun behave like that. But this word does not mean sunlight. It literally means sun. So we can't just first and foremost just extrapolate the meaning of sunlight out of this word, because it does not say sunlight. So that would be a little far-fetched just to use.
But I think because the translator has inserted it in the brackets, so probably they must have taken it from somewhere from the tafsir.
Translation, because he also inserted the signs of Allah into bracket as well. I don't know why he did that, because it's a black and white word.
That's Abdul Halim, by the way.
Why would he do that? You know what I'm saying?
I think let's not talk about the scholars here.
I did not. You did.
Well, what are they doing?
I just said this is something. I love Abdul Halim. That's the only scholar I actually recommend to people. But why would he do that? It's an actual word. We can't just put the word in the bracket.
Probably we can move on from here and ask Abdul Halim if we ever get a chance, inshallah. Okay.